connectivity is the backbone of industry 4.0. The data has to make a business sense. You practically cannot change that, overnight. We have to still work with those legacy systems.
Hello everyone and welcome to another TecRover Leadership Conversation here at Automation Expo 2026 at Bombay Exhibition Center, Mumbai. Manufacturing today is changing faster than ever before. Industrial connectivity, IoT, artificial intelligence and edge computing are transforming not only how factories operate, but how all the businesses and decisions are made. Joining us today is Mr. Monish More, Sales Director at HMS Networks India. Mr. Monish, thank you so much for your time and thank you very much for joining us. Monish, you have spent over 2 decades working in industrial automation sector.
Right.
Worked with organizations like Rockwell, Schneider Electric, ABB and Stratus Technologies.
Yeah.
When you look back over this journey, one thing is clear. The industry has evolved from automation to digitalization,
Right.
and now towards intelligent connected manufacturing.
Sure.
From your perspective, what do you believe is driving the next phase of industrial automation?
As my experience goes 2 decades back, earlier it was more like, the plant floor.
Correct.
And the data was relevant only to the plant floor.
Yeah.
But as now we are evolving,
Correct.
the data is not only relevant to plant floor, there needs to be connectivity.
Correct.
And the data has to make a business sense.
Yeah.
So, everyone expects the plant floor data to convert into something that is relevant to business.
True.
Then AI being a very significant part. The data becomes more important in terms of what AI will transform it into.
Correct.
And what you can actually convert into a meaningful business
Decision.
Business decision.
Correct. Correct.
And the third part, obviously, this all needs to be a resilient data. Its security is very important.
Correct.
You cannot put your manufacturing on a risk because of security. There might be various instances. So to put in nutshell, connectivity, AI, and the security part has become very important as compared to what it was a few decades back.
As you correctly said, data is the new oil,
Yeah.
and as you use data to make better decisions, that's really important.
Yep.
Today, manufacturers generate more industrial data than ever before.
Right.
The challenge is no longer collecting data, but transforming it into meaningful business decisions, as you said.
Right.
One thought from your professional profile really caught my attention. You mentioned that technology should ultimately align with measurable business outcomes.
Absolutely.
How do you see manufacturers making this transition from investing in technology to actually creating business value?
Right. So now manufacturers want to the data eventually creating some value to them in terms of reducing their downtime,
Correct.
keeping their productions up, maybe improving the productivity,
Correct.
improving their overall equipment efficiency,
Correct.
and so forth.
Yeah.
So when I see how the meaningful data which is secured can actually help them to get all these parameters and actually help them increase their business in terms of knowing exactly how they can reduce their downtime or increase their production.
Correct. Correct. Artificial intelligence has become one of the biggest conversations in manufacturing.
Right.
But AI is only good as the quality of industrial data available to it.
Absolutely.
How ready do you believe industries really are for AI-driven manufacturing now?
I feel they are absolutely ready.
Yeah.
And you correctly said, unless the data is, data is very key on this. The meaningful data.
Correct.
You cannot. The AI will need a lot of data which actually can be used in a proper way. Unless the data is collected in a right manner and actually even a small piece of data in a manufacturing facility is missing,
Correct.
will actually not help the manufacturers to take a right decision. So if you have a set of equipments, you are getting, say 80% of the data in, for your AI decision making.
Correct.
But if the 20% data is not there, it won't actually help the manufacturers to have the meaningful data or
Correct.
business outcome they want to
Correct.
achieve.
Right.
So I feel at the point like AI is really, we are ready for the AI implementation.
Correct.
But at the time, we are not actually equipped with having a proper data inflow and having a proper data in place where that meaningfulness can be actually converted into a business outcome.
Yeah, like you said, the data flow is very important. Connectivity is very important.
Very important, yes.
Well, discussions often focus on smart factories.
Yeah.
The reality is that most manufacturers continue operating brownfield facilities with equipment from different vendors and different generations. Modernizing these facilities while protecting earlier investments remains a major challenge, obviously.
Absolutely.
How can manufacturers approach this transition successfully?
You have brought a right point. In my experience over last 20 years, I see legacy systems of old, like 30 years and working.
Correct.
And you practically cannot change that overnight. So we have to still work with those legacy systems.
Yeah.
And ensure that there are things in place, like we have a lot of solution as HMS, where we can actually pull the legacy data.
Correct.
And help the manufacturer actually build a smart factory around with their existing brownfield and relatively new installation.
Correct.
So that's where HMS comes into picture. We have the EVON and the Anybus solutions which can help them to do that. This legacy systems, they're like unless they are really the data is really taken in a proper way, handled in a proper way, knowing their the protocols properly, it's
Correct.
very difficult for this manufacturer to actually execute the brownfield and bring the smart factories in place.
Absolutely. That means simplifying industrial connectivity is
absolutely necessary.
necessary, right.
And the legacy system really, you need to have the competency with the player who is doing the connectivity.
Correct.
To actually bring up all the data together. Unless that happens, it will not be a meaningful a conversion of a brownfield into a good smart factory.
Correct. Absolutely, Monish. As manufacturers connect more machines, systems, and software platforms, industrial architectures continue to become complex.
Right.
HMS Network has long focused on enabling communication between different industrial networks and devices.
Absolutely, yes.
Do you believe the next phase of manufacturing is less about adding more technology and more about simplifying and integrating existing technologies?
Basically, I'll say connectivity is the backbone of industry 4.0.
Yeah.
And unless you have a good connectivity, all your MES and the reporting, the dashboard will have no meaning unless you have the proper connectivity in place. So it's very essential, when you go for an advanced solution, even with the connectivity with SAP or your cloud connectivity and have advanced solution, it's at the first place you need to have your basics in right.
Correct.
Your connectivity, your data which has been integrated with this advanced platforms.
Correct.
So connectivity plays a very important role, in going forward, with the MES or the AI solutions and the digital transformation.
Correct.
Overall. Yeah.
Absolutely. For many years, operational technology and IT, information technology, operated independently.
Right.
Today, organizations are working hard to integrate both worlds.
Right.
From your experience, what are the biggest challenges manufacturers face while bringing OT and IT together?
Yes. So previously, OT was seen more like the manufacturing, IT was seen more like the information part.
Correct.
But right now, with the current industrial or manufacturing, how it is progressing or evolving,
Correct.
it's no more like in isolation. They cannot work in silos. So it has to be IT OT convergence. So the data which is going from IT is coming from the OT is actually, has to be validated. IT needs to ensure that it's secured, and they
Correct.
have to work together, because eventually from the IT it is going to the business platforms, it will go to the ERP, it will go to the top management, it may go to the global headquarters, and that complete platform has to be, the IT and OT have to work together, ensure that things are working, and the whatever business decisions are required or business information are required are flown in a very proper and secured manner.
Absolutely. Like you said, securing connectivity is an utmost importance. India is investing significantly in manufacturing, digital infrastructure, and industrial modernization.
Right.
Compared to 5 years ago, what change are you seeing in customers, in their expectations from players like HMS?
Earlier, like 5 years back, people were just trying to run their shop floor.
Correct.
And they were not looking that the data on the shop floor will be actually be utilized for more than, maybe energy monitoring system, or comparing multiple energies is one of the solution, or actually having a overall equipment efficiency being measured. So no one thought of that, the data that is actually on the shop floor would be utilized for, the things which would be used for a bigger perspective, organization.
Correct.
But presently that's happening, and when the systems are built, they have to be built in a way that those thought process have to go in place, like how you're going to use the data.
Correct.
And so on and so forth.
Right, right. Before we move to our TecRover rapid fire, what we call it, you have combined engineering, business leadership, and strategic thinking thought throughout your career.
Right.
Looking back today, what advice would you give to young engineers preparing for careers in industrial automation and industrial transformation?
Right. That is a good question.
Yeah.
So when I see, myself, as a design engineer, and what I think, what the new engineers, so they need to have a bigger perspective when they design a system.
Correct.
They cannot think only of running their equipment and just, giving the customer the bare minimum. They have to think on a bigger perspective. They have to think what else can be done from the machine, what value addition I can bring to my customer eventually, which will probably give an edge to my company. So
Correct.
it's a design engineer doesn't have to think only from the design. He has to think from what differentiation or value he'll bring to his customer.
Correct.
In turn. So when I'm talking about a OEM, for a OEM design engineer, he doesn't have to think only about his machine, but he has to think as a overall, as a user, what differentiation he will bring in terms of digital, transformation, or the digital decisions that would be made in future. So he has to think in a futuristic manner. He cannot just have a thought process limited to his own equipment.
Now let's conclude with something, like I said, called as TecRover rapid fire.
Yeah.
AI or edge computing?
AI.
AI. Cloud or edge?
It's again not a discrete answer.
Yeah.
There are solutions, but AI has an edge over the edge part, I
Right.
would say. But then edge has its own applications where where security is very important, and still I guess the Indian customer is not ready for AI because they don't feel it's more secure. So to me, first it's to bring to edge, make them comfortable, and then you can actually have the AI convince.
Greenfield or brownfield?
From HMS, I'll say brownfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense for us.
One misconception manufacturers still have about digital transformation.
Manufacturers feel that it's a complex process, and secondly, they see the values that are being shown are very not realistic. What values digital transformation will bring. That's a real wrong perception that they have, and when they see the use cases being told and how the other organizations have been helped by the digital transformation, then that's when they get the reality check of what really digital transformation can do.
One leadership quality every young engineer should develop.
I'll say he needs to have a bigger perspective. Needs to think on not for only for a limited thing he is doing. With the things changing in terms of cloud, AI, or the digital transformation, or the overall technology been evolving, he has to have a little more bigger and maybe think 2 steps ahead of how the technology is evolving.
One technology, and this will be the last rapid fire question. One technology you will be watching most closely over the next 5 years.
Obviously, AI, everyone is watching.
Correct.
Everyone knows that AI is the thing, and it is going to have a big transformation. But I
Correct.
feel one industry that is really, I'm looking out, or maybe I'm very keen how it it would come up,
Yeah.
is semiconductors.
Correct.
India is coming big on semiconductors,
Yeah.
and there is a massive requirement.
Correct.
And there is, you can see all the IT components have a huge requirement. With obviously because of the AI itself, there is so much requirement. This industry is really going to transform the way
Absolutely.
manufacturing segment.
I think when we talk about even AI, we have to think about NVIDIA, a company like NVIDIA.
Exactly.
They're into semiconductors.
Semiconductors.
So this is the base technology for even AI.
Yes.
So graphics cards, all the processing
Everything
is done by
yeah.
semiconductors. I think that was a great answer. Mr. Monish, thank you so much for sharing your insights and experiences.
Thank you very much.
And thank you so much for your time. It was a
Thanks,
pleasure talking to
Tavish.
you.
Thanks, Tavish. It
Yeah.
was nice pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.